so we're just gonna have a quick review. Here's the deal. We have Wednesday meeting. Hopefully I will have all of the breakout of our assessments and so on, so I can have the
Better.
denominator number. Well,
Stop screwing around.
I don't have control over all that. But otherwise, I'll use an estimated number of 305 million. We're gonna populate a couple of the other areas, but I need some guidance on a couple things so that I can get this built for Wednesday to get to you. Wednesday, we'll talk about where the numbers sit. You guys will have the week to evaluate changes. Next Wednesday, meaning 10 days from now, we will have to make our final adjustments. I need to have the budget to Gina by Monday the 20th, and then she will have it to you between the 20th and 30th for your review, and then the public's review. Public hearing in April, the first meeting in April, and after that public hearing, we have the ability to make modifications after the public's had a chance to weigh in on the budget. I will tell you right now, based on some of these items like trucks and all this stuff, that the number is going to be north of tax cap. Okay? So we're going to have some discussions about where we're going to trim and how we're going to do it. As I mentioned in the meeting about our finances, the board's done a great job with what they were given, but you're not there yet where you can get A-fund stuff, relying on fund balance or things like that. We can do some fund balance utilization to get a truck or so. F and G fund are much easier. Okay, almost wish lists can get covered by F and G, but A fund is not the case. Now, as the mayor said, this year the police budget, I'll give you the official number right now of where police is. So right now we are showing a budget balance of.
What page?
This is on the trustees' revenue expense report that I gave you guys today. Somebody's got that copy. I think I gave it to you, Brian or Charlie. One of you have it. Yeah. So you go to page 3 of 17. Go down to 3120.01. And we have essentially April and May and 3 weeks of March. So we basically have a third of the year left. And we were spending about 225,000, about 220,000 a year. So right now we're sitting at, 220,000 a quarter, and right now we're sitting at the quarter at 361. We take away $20,000 in equipment and overtime lines that have to be re-flushed with cash because they're overspent, and you're looking at about a net of about 130,000 to the positive as far as the police budget. Okay, now, with that in mind, if we know that that's going to contribute to the fund balance, that helps us make a decision on one of the cars, okay? The other thing you can do is consider the enhanced fund balance for one of the trucks. But we'll have to go deeper in with fund balance. We'll still be under the cap, but our fund balance will not grow like it's been over the past couple of years, okay?
Two contacts we're gonna make on this, I'd like to, if you could help me with Newhouse. We could approach him, see if we can get like 5, 10, 4 in cars, like a police car, for him and Hoover. And then we'll go to Senator
Larkin?
Larkin, and see if he can just give us 20. I'm not looking for 200,000, $1 grand. Give me 20 grand now for the truck. We can get 10 from Newhouse with a police car, 20 for the truck, we should be able to pull them all off.
Yeah,
What are you thinking, 2 for Gary or 3?
I don't,
2?
2.
The 2 dumps?
Yeah, but we told him he's only gonna get 2.
Okay.
Unless someone comes, I'll ask him for more money.
Well, he initially wanted.
well, he
3.
wanted the 2 trucks and then the small Ford.
He said he'll take
All
the
right.
2 trucks.
But, you know, realistically, again, we'll see where the numbers fall,
Right.
but if you're going to support the wish list, and again, I understand it's necessary stuff, okay? And it should have been budgeted for and saved over the years, but it is what it is.
You know who needs a new truck? Sewer.
Yeah, but they're okay. They got money.
I know.
Sewer and water are fine.
I know.
But-
But need a new truck.
So we'll look at the bottom line there and see what happens, but, right now, I'll put it in and we'll look at it Wednesday and we'll take a look at the numbers. Again, we can put a $400,000 fund balance to cover. But then you'll be back to where you were when you inherited things.
Well, in the absence of snow, can we take the snow money and roll it into?
We already did.
We considered the snow as part of one of the trucks, and like I
Already
said,
there.
Okay.
but yeah, the snow, let's see, snow removal is, let me see where snow removal is right now. Because we should have paid all those bills already for the salt. I remember seeing a bunch of salt and
Yeah,
bills and
what's all
claims.
last,
Yeah,
I have
bills and
myself in
claims.
the camera. Thank you, Charlie.
Mother Teresa, Jesus. I'm gonna be hysterical all night, I'll go through, right?
All right, so right now, snow removal, you have 50 grand,
It's a truck.
50K residual. But again, there's supposed to be stuff this weekend. Friday, there's supposed to be some potential wet snow.
Showers.
It's not happening.
Yeah, but we're getting to a point where 3 weeks, and we'll be past that. So let's say we have one more snow event of $7,000 to $10,000. You're still gonna have about $40,000 in there. You know, maybe that's the Ford, okay? So that's that. All right, next thing, raises. Margaret passed along to me the raises based on 1.5 to 2.5. I recommend I input at 1.5, see where our numbers are. Most of the contracts that have been negotiated are settling around 2% when you add in signing bonus and everything else. The goal would be to get to 2%, but I think for our initial number, we should go in at 1.5 and see if we can,
Shouldn't we go high and cut?
you can, but I think it'd be better if you're close, that you could actually add to it. But again, it's your choice. I just want to know what you want me to input as far as salaries. You want to go in at 2? I'll go in at 2.
Go into 2.
I
Okay.
agree.
But no higher.
Yeah,
Oh, if we give him 5, we're gonna give him 5, but I think 2 is probably. No response.
okay, just to run through
Just
stuff.
too tired to respond.
Just to run through some items, trustees contractual, the adopted budget was 2,000, but obviously we plussed it up with Rondout Consulting. Most of Rondout Consulting, I understand, will finish up, so I'm gonna go in with, the same 2,000 contractual unless you guys, trustees want a higher number.
Well, under the trustee contractual, because I see us doing more projects coming up, is that where that will come out of, or there should be a special line for projects like that?
They're not continuous, it's not an annual thing, so I gotta put it somewhere.
All right,
So that's why we put it in
give
trustees.
me 5,
5,000 to trustees?
because I see us at least doing 1 a year. There's a lot more stuff that needs to be out there. We could take away from it if it's close, but we
Okay,
really should start planning on. The other thing we gotta talk about now, and I don't mean to interrupt, is the CBDG grant minimum. That is if we only put it together right, it's almost guaranteed money, so we gotta figure out where we wanna spend that. Royal Park, Senior Center, roads, where? Which is not tonight, I'm just saying it's gotta be done soon.
okay, for mayor, I've got 5,000 for the assistant, and I've got 2,500 for contractual. Page 2. Engineer, I got 35,000.
Page 3.
Page 2.
This one.
You guys are on the budget, or the budget,
Middle of
not
page
the
2.
revenue expense report.
Middle of page 2,
The budget packet, the one he's got.
the one you just handed.
Okay.
There.
Now, I have the spreadsheet populated with a lot more stuff, I just didn't print it out again because it's not gonna help. I just really want to work out off of what we still are missing, and then we'll have a updated version on Wednesday. All right, let's see, page 3, judgment and claims. We have it at 20, we're getting blown out because of WABNO and stuff like that, so we're already at, I believe, 5,000 over budget for judgment and claims. Do we want to stay with 20 or go to 25?
It's gonna keep I think we should go to 25, it's gonna keep coming at us.
Okay, 25,000 for that. MTA tax will stay pretty much, go up about $200. Contingency, I'm gonna hold off on until I see the final numbers.
What's contingency?
It was 75,000 this
No, but
year,
I mean,
we spent it all,
Okay.
okay? Now, again, you have one-ofs because of, some of the, issues related to police chief and so on. But because you have, because the new chief and some of the other things have made the budget lower, you'll be able to utilize some of that funding to make up the delta, okay? Reserve funds, the chief asked for a reserve fund of 25.7, I'm gonna keep it in there, we'll have to discuss it, on, not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday. All right, page 4. What I need out of here is traffic control. I added traffic control, the police department didn't turn anything in there, I just made it 10,000, and then, the contractual number, I put at 500. There's really no activity on traffic control contractual, so, I just lowered that number because it was
Is that
artificial.
crossing guard, is that what that's?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Baker.
Yep, page 5. We talked about snow removal. The request from Gary Boyce was to up it to 57,000. I'm gonna leave it, but I think we can tailor that back. I don't believe it needs to be that high, but you guys can tell me what you wanna do. Street lighting, it's gonna be anywhere from 85 to 90,000. Right now, so far, street lighting, prior to doing LED, is costing us, we're right now at 56,000
Up to this point in the year.
at this point in the year, and we've got a quarter left. So based on this spend, we've done about, we're looking at probably being at about 76,000. Now, part of it is that we do have a little bit lower rates in electricity, the energy contract and so on. I don't know if there's any residual bills out there, because last year we were at 93,000, right now we're tracking significantly lower than that. So I'm probably gonna go in with a lower number, like 85.
Yep.
And then, as we get a little bit closer, see where our experience ends up. All right, page 6, beautification, I've got 7,000. Youth programs, I got 7 to 10,000. Historians no longer budgeted for. Celebrations, I have 12,000.
10 on the youth,
Huh?
lean more toward the 10, circle that one.
You want 10? I'll
Yeah.
put 10.
Speaking of youth, next time we meet, I'd like to see if we can get something to the center, just in case I don't make it as mayor, because Joe is, what?
Okay.
What, oh, am I on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you recording? Because Joe was a big proponent of the center with me, and I know he'll agree. That's one of his platforms.
So he says that, but we'll see what happens,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
Okay.
All right, so celebrations, we've got 12,000. Senior citizen, we've got 10,000. Planning no longer required. Refuse and garbage, leaving at 3,500. Although they're really, with refuse and garbage, 2 years ago, there's almost no activity on it. Currently, year to date,
What was that, for shredded, is that in there too?
No,
No,
this
this
is
is-
leaves and stuff.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
So right now, we're looking at, for refuse and garbage, we have spent 0.
That'll be normal for the most part, that's the problem. That'll be normal. That's
0.
the problem.
So we should lower this number.
No,
Use contingency for it.
that's fine.
Yeah, I would say make it 500, and then if you need to plus it up, use contingency. Last year you
This year, 3,000.
Last year you spent 200, this year you spent 0, and you're tying up $3,500.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so it's gonna be 500.
All right, where are we now?
Okay, page 7. Page 7, mainly street cleaning is just a contractual, the rest of the numbers are gonna be in there. State retirement, police retirement, LoSAP, Social Security, Medicare, unemployment insurance. I plugged in health insurance. Health insurance is gonna be about $680. We did have a couple police officers drop off of that, which is helping our number, the full-time. When they get rehired, or if they get rehired, then certainly that number could go up. But right now, I'm gonna budget it for what we're expecting it to be, all right? As far as our bonds are concerned, we've got a 2009 bond, 2012 bond, 2016 bond for the A fund. All that is based on a schedule, not a dramatic difference. There's a plus up in one, there's a lower interest in another. It's gonna be pretty much a wash. Webb Lane is out of the picture, it's paid off. I don't know how the bridge is, but, but the debt is paid off. Bond anticipation notes, none for the A fund. All bond anticipation notes have either become serial bonds or been paid off. Okay? All right, page revenue, skip that, I'll take care of that. Now we're in the water. Water revenue, skip that, I'll take care of that. Some of the stuff we've already covered. Health insurance, again, is gonna be pretty flat, which is good. For the bonds, we're gonna have a 2009 and a 2012 bond for water. And we have a water tank principal payment. We're gonna put $150,000 toward the water tanks. We'll see where the numbers come in. We've got a $10,000 vehicle reserve, and we're gonna set up a dry chemical feeder $5,000 equipment reserve. And that's water. And then for some reason, I don't know what happened to my pages, the sewer pages, but they disappeared.
It was Mother Teresa.
Yes.
All right, so that's all I have. Sewer, pretty much. The only thing that's left in sewer for debt is the serial bonds that are on there, and a lot of that is pretty much getting cleared up. So as soon as sewer's debt clears up, and I know we're considering with the methane that's we're gonna be able to pay for a lot of that methane out of the sewer fund balance money and so on. Sewer's gonna be in great shape.
Todd is his fault, I talked to him today, I think he said 17 last week, but I talked to him today, he said it's about half that.
Okay.
17 what?
1,000 for that repair.
Oh,
Last week,
I'm more concerned with where we're gonna come in on the methane pump.
yeah.
That again is, I mean, I want money on that now. If Todd can find anything.
That's a big thing.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need
Repairs,
money.
That's something
We're
that we
gonna
need
get into
to,
it.
again, we gotta get either, we have to find someone and pay someone to do it, or we've gotta do more rubbing of the elbows with even like Maloney and whatnot, like on the sewer thing. And say, look, we're in violation, da-da-da, we can't afford it, the cap's killing us, we wanna send the cap for you. You know, we need 50,000. You know, if we don't get anything, we don't get anything, but if we get something, it's great.
What's
We
the
have
difference,
to.
what you
We
asked?
have to.
Maloney would be the guy to talk to there?
One of them. We gotta shake them all. I mean, Schumer, we haven't even freaking talked to, and he's the environmentalist. So, that's what he throws out there.
He's too busy with Trump right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have. If nobody has anything else,
Thank
we'll,
you.
we'll pick it up on
Tomorrow, 7
Wednesday.
o'clock, we're meeting here, up here?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, he's
Wednesday
up
at
there,
7.
killer.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
You mean, what's
It's
the day in about an hour?
That's what I was gonna say, it depends on.
An hour and a half would be,
Jones has
tomorrow.
got to be somewhere
Is
tomorrow
that
night.
Motion to adjourn.
Is that thing off?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Okay, you going, is that?
cameras off.
Whoa, we're not going.